Hello everyone, how are you doing? Alright, so today we are here with another very interesting video for you. Now in this video, what we're going to talk about and I'm going to show you is how I, as a small investor with a very small account, I bought Tesla in my account, in my RRSP account. It's a Canadian thing. And then I was able to sell options and sell covered calls against it. And we will see how much I was able to make as I was selling covered call against those. Okay, so let's jump right into it, and feel free to like this video, share your thoughts and comments with me. Alright, so first of all, I want to show you how my buying of Tesla worked out and at what levels and at what point I was buying Tesla shares. Okay, so I started buying Tesla on June the 30th. So just to give you an idea, at this time Tesla was around 300, 305, 295, 297. So between that price I started buying Tesla. So June 30th is my first buy. I started buying in small shares of 5, 10, whatever. Whenever there was a dip, I was buying it. Finally, I started buying slightly bigger quantity through July 6th. But keep in mind, this is a very small account. So just the whole Tesla position of 100 shares, you can say was about 40% of this account. So it's a very small account. And finally, on July the 75th is when I bought the full Tesla buy. Okay. So all my shares in Tesla were bought at the time of July 7th. Now, this is the time when, let's say this is my final buy and the biggest buy, so I bought it at 293.35 shares. So at this point of time, when I had completed my 100 shares in Tesla, I was at about $297 per share for Tesla. So that means that was my approximate cost basis. So about $29,700 invested in this account. Okay. Now immediately, as soon as I bought it, I tried selling at July the 25th. So that's 340 call, because at that time, like you heard, the trading, my cost basis was 297. So, but again, did not happen, got rejected. I continued pursuing the same. I went down a little bit, and then I bought a call of 549.25. Okay. Now, this was something very cool. Great, everyone. Let's continue with our life cycle of the trade. So, we sold our first Tesla covered call on July 8th for July 25th, and this gave us a premium of $549. This was a 335 call. Again, remember, keep in mind, this was Tesla trading around $300 at that time. We waited 2 weeks, approximately 2 weeks, and we got out of this call just a day before the expiry for $20. The reason we got it out before the expiry because we wanted to get into another option after that. Okay, so we got it out, and we made the full 500, almost the full $520 on this first trade of covered call. Now, the very next day, I think this would have been a Friday, we entered another month-long trade, which was for 350 call, and this time we got around $600 as the commission. Again, great for us. And then I think the market shifted a bit. Tesla started showing strength a little bit, or a potential for strength, but we closed out this position within a week's time. But we again pocketed around $350 on this trade within a week. So a good trade in general, but we didn't linger on in this one. Now the next one, I think we did wait for some time just for the market to recover and see. So the next covered call I sell not immediately, but after 6 days, same strike price, slightly above, about $100 more. I try to get out of this, and I let this ride it out. And then just on the week of expiry, I liquidated for about $150 gain on this trade. So again, slightly, and then idea was to just get some money and get out of this. Again, now this is when I, again thinking that Tesla will make a move, I wasted some more time, a few more days, but then I got in on the Friday of this week, and I got in at a much higher call. a much higher strike price, that is 370, for a $250 credit. And the next week, I think there was no move, and we could maximum almost got $200 on this covered call. That is August 29th. Now, September 3rd, which is the week after, is when we made a very quick shift. I think Tesla did make a very sharp drop, had a very sharp drop. So we did sell the option in the morning, covered call in the morning, and immediately we could cover it back for $100 gain on the same day. So this was the starting of September month, September 12th. The couple of days later, we sold an option, which is a Friday, for 2 weeks out, but a much higher number at 390, targeting $250 credit here. Again, don't worry about the math here. We will go to an Excel sheet and see the math, how it plays out. I've put these numbers in an Excel sheet, but just want to show how consistently we kept doing. And again, I did not always roll the positions. That was one key learning for me, that sometimes you have to read the market. Sometimes Tesla is moving stronger. So just read the market and ensure that if you're wanting to continue earning money out of it, ensure that you're not hitting that call number. You're not hitting your strike prices are way out of money. So September 5th, within 3 days, I think we could get a significant value, almost $120. So liquidated this position, and the same week, the Friday, for the end of the month, we set up a 450 call, and look at it, how much premium that is giving. Just 7 days back, 390 call also was not giving us this kind of a premium. But a week later, again, this was 2 weeks out, this is again 2 weeks out, but that's where Tesla had a huge move. And we did this, and we got $420 credit for a 450 call. We bought it back again just a day before the expiry. 450, Tesla did not touch 450 that week, and we got it out at, we made almost full 400 to 390 bucks on this call. This is September 25th. Now September 26th, the very next day, early morning, there was a pump in Tesla, got in at about 550, credit for 460 calls, realized that the pump is fading, could get out immediately for a much cheaper value, and got it out at 375. So made 150 bucks quick in the same day. And then this is when I was starting to think about closing my Tesla position. I just sold and almost at the money. Tesla was 450 or 438 at that time. So got huge amount of credit, $900 almost, because this was almost at the money. And it is going to be this week's expiry and $445 call. Now, as you can see, so over the period of almost 3 months, I took about 7 different trades of covered call and made some money. And this is what we will now go over and quickly review what kind of money I made, what kind of return was it worth the pain, was it not? So let me now bring you over to my quick Excel sheet. Okay, so Tesla, like I said, we made the initial investment end of June, first week of July, 100 shares at an average price point of $297, and my total investment was $29,700. Covered calls. So I've captured all the covered calls, when I bought them, when I sold them. Overall, across all the covered calls, I got a premium of $4,000, and the premium that I gave back because I sold early was about $1,000. So net, I was able to make $2,943 as covered call premium on my $100 shares of Tesla. That represents, in the 3 months, so July, August, September, in the 3 months, that represent about 9.9% return. And this is not to say that Tesla has, good for us that Tesla has trended positive as well. So this investment of $29,700 has now ballooned to, at the money, it's about $44,500. So that's a separate gain that you're sitting on. And again, if you were just rolling the positions, very high likely chance that you would have hit one of those options. I did take some breaks in between and did not sell it. I could have made it slightly more, but then of course I would have had the risk of losing my positions on the days when Tesla just moved asymmetrically and suddenly upwards. So this was the anatomy of my Tesla trade and how I've been doing on this. I plan most likely this is the week, October 3rd week, when all the shares will be called away most likely, and then I'll start probably a new position in if I get another opportunity to enter Tesla in a dip. But yeah, but this is 10% gain here, and I think the stock price has gone up. Let's quickly look at the chart here. So yep, this should be able to show my position timing. So I started entering Tesla around this point, which is about 298, 315, up to about again 293. This is when my big purchases happened. So during this time I entered again. I kept selling like the peak of these numbers slightly, 335, 350. 350 was 350, 370 notional high, and I always kept my covered call around these positions. And then eventually when the lucky part I got was when this breakout happened, I was not in any trade and I could really enter again at a much higher value. So 445, now this is my trade is almost at the money. The Tesla today hit actually my number 445. So my share should get called away, but then I could get this capital gain as well, along with the 10% premium that I've made in Tesla covered calls. So friends, this was my analysis for today. Just wanted to show you how my Tesla trade worked out, anatomy of it. Would love to hear your comments, feedback, and anything we can do to improve or share more thoughts around this. Thank you.